Hey y'all, in this video, I'm sharing 5 services you can get for free for your nonprofit. Let's get into it. Hey, it's Tiffany with Boss on a Budget. I help new and small nonprofits get up and running. So if you need help with your nonprofit, you should be subscribed to this channel because I drop videos every week. And I'm going to share quickly in this video 5 services that you can get for free or at least start out using for free. And this is especially for those new nonprofit founders who are self-funding your nonprofit. If you're self-funding your nonprofit, give me a shout in the comments because we want to get you to a place where you don't have to do that anymore. But say, hey, meet some other people and let's learn together how to make our nonprofits financially sustainable. But when you're starting out and you don't have a lot of money or you're paying for everything yourself, it really matters to get low cost or no cost services. So what I'm going to share today is 5 services that you can use at no cost starting out. So number 1 and number 2, I already mentioned in the video that I'm linking above, but they're so good, it's worth another mention, all right? So that's number 1 and number 2. The first one is Canva.com. So Canva is like a graphic design tool that you can use to design and create art and graphics for your nonprofit. So you need to create a flyer, do you need to create a social media post or an event post or something like that for your nonprofit, you can do it all in Canva. You can use it to download graphics for online purposes or even for print, right? So you can use it for t-shirt designs and you can use it for business cards. It's an amazing tool and it's absolutely free, right? So there's a base service that's free that anybody can use. And so a lot of business owners swear by Canva. But what I mentioned in the other video is that there's a pro account which gives you like a little bit more features that you can play around with in Canva that's free for 501c3 nonprofits. So if you have not heard of Canva or if you haven't checked it out already, make sure you do that. I'm linking it below so you can check it out. Number 2 is Google Workspace. So 501c3 nonprofit organizations can get Google Workspace for free. So if you have a website domain and you set up your email, you can basically get all of your email addresses for free if you use Google for your email services. So for example, if your domain is www.mynonprofit.org, then you can get info@mynonprofit.org or support@mynonprofit.org, and you can get those multiple emails for different people who are on board or maybe for all your board members. You can get all of those emails for free. That's not the case for business owners. Business owners have to pay for each one. So it's an amazing perk that you should look into. Google Workspace also comes with the different Google apps like Google Drive and Google Meet for chatting and video chat and all that kind of stuff. But by far, the greatest benefit is the use of the email addresses, but you do get additional storage space and things like that. So I'm linking Google Workspace for nonprofits below so you can check it out more. Number 3 is MailChimp. So MailChimp is an email marketing service that allows you to send messages, newsletters in mass form to your mailing list. So it's really important, especially as a new nonprofit, that you build a list of contacts that you can begin growing, nurturing, cultivating so they can become donors and eventually recurring donors. The whole point of this is for you to make people feel like they're a part of your organization. And the way you do that is you send them information, you keep them updated on what's happening. So you can send email updates or newsletters or messages, whatever you want to call it, to everyone on your list. The issue is people who have like a Gmail account, because I've gotten this question before, well, I have a list of people, I can just email all the people all at once. There's a couple reasons why you don't want to do that. First of all, if you do that too much with more than like 5, 10, 15 people on that list, Gmail is going to think you're a spammer. So they're going to stop you from doing that. The other thing is it gets pretty unwieldy, right? When you're emailing 20 people at a time, 25 people at a time, it gets to be a little bit much. And then the other thing is you want to use an email marketing system because it gives you the flexibility to use graphics, to have pretty clickable buttons and clickable links. It also gives you the ability to track analytics. So you can see who opens your emails, who clicks on your clickable links, right? It gives you insights into how people respond to you. So if you're asking yourself, do you need an email marketing system? The answer is yes. And MailChimp is one that you can use for free. Now, it's free up to a certain amount of contacts. Now, at the time of this recording, as my understanding, is up to 2,000 contacts, but that may change. So you also always want to do your research. But it's free up into that many contacts. So you can be sending email for free to bunches of people. If you have 100 people on your list, if you have 500, you can be sending mass emails right now. So I encourage you to check out MailChimp and start sending messages to your mailing list. Another free service you want to think about is called Zapier. So I'm going to try to break this down as simple as I can because it may be confusing for people. Zapier is a service that automates things for you. So you may have a service over here like an email marketing system, and then you may have something over here like a list, right, of emails in a Google Sheet, and you want to connect the two, right? So you want your email marketing system to email this list, but you want to do it on a regular basis. You want to automate it. So every time this list is updated on your Google Sheet, you want a certain email to go out, right? That's an automation. That's an example of an automation. Zapier can do that for you. Zapier does that when the two softwares don't necessarily connect. Sometimes with softwares, you'll see if they have like a section called integrations where it says these two systems talk to each other, they work together, so you want them to connect in a certain way. This is how you do that. An example of two systems that already work together, I use Calendly, which is a calendar scheduling tool, and I use Zoom. So Calendly already connects to Zoom. So when people sign up for certain consultations with me, a Zoom meeting is already connected, it's set up, boom, I don't even have to think about it. That's a native integration. That's something that already works. But sometimes systems don't talk to each other. Sometimes two organizations haven't worked out how to have a seamless transition between the two, and Zapier can connect the two. You can set up what's called a Zap, where once you do one action in one service, the Zap will activate and then it will activate the other service. It's an amazing tool that a lot of people don't know about and that I love because I love technology, but it's a way to connect softwares that normally don't speak to each other. And they have a free option that you can start out with. You can get a certain number of Zaps for free. I really recommend you sign up for a free account and just check it out because it's a cool tool to use. Now, once you hit your threshold and there are certain numbers of Zaps that happen, of course you have to pay, but it starts out for free. So it's really worth you checking that one out. Before I get to the fifth and the last free tool, I want to remind you that I help people start their nonprofits. So if you're struggling and you don't know where to start with starting a nonprofit, or maybe you've started your nonprofit and you have no clue what to do next, then I want you to check out my Nonprofit Startup Workbook. It's actually linked below. It has 10 different worksheets and a bunch of different bonus worksheets that actually walk you through step by step everything you should be doing in your first year of your nonprofit. So don't forget to check that out. So number 5 is your donation platform. Now, a lot of people don't realize it, but there are a bunch of donation platforms for nonprofits that don't have a monthly fee. So you don't have to pay anything until somebody donates to you. And then even then, they're just taking a fee out of that donation. So there are some great services that will charge you a monthly fee to be able to collect donations, to be able to do text giving and all that kind of stuff. But there are just as many that don't charge any monthly fee. So if you're trying to collect donations, but you don't have money to put up first to be able to do that, then I recommend you check out some of those services. Some of the services I've used are Give Lively. I've heard of Give Butter. I've seen Give Box, Rally Up, Better World, Donate Box, Donately. I'm just saying a bunch of different ones, but there are a lot of different services that you can use to collect donations that don't charge a monthly fee. So I want you to check that out because it can be really cost prohibitive when you have to pay a monthly fee and you're not necessarily bringing in donations every month. This way, you only have to pay something when someone actually donates to you, and you actually are not technically paying anything. They're just taking a fee. And even with some of these services, they give the donors the option to cover the fee. And most times when I've seen this in action, donors will pay the fee, right? Not all the time, but in most circumstances, your donors will say, yeah, I want my donation to cover the fee as well. So really it can come at no cost to you, right? So make sure you research those donation platforms that can work for your budget. Y'all, I hope this was helpful. It's my goal to help you find low cost or no cost options to start your nonprofit. If you need more help with your nonprofit, make sure you visit me at www.bossonabudget.com, and I'll see you in the next video.